Vikings getting nutty, making a trade for Ross Blacklock. All right, welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. I am Onebar, and Vikings making cut day even more interesting by making a beautiful trade. Beautiful, maybe. Gross, maybe. We will let you decide. Let me know in the comments what you think about the trade. But the Vikings have acquired defensive lineman Ross Blacklock from the Houston Texans. They give up a 6th-round pick, and in return, we get the big man, the former 2nd-round pick, 40th overall, Ross Blacklock from TCU. We get him and a 7th-round pick. So Houston, they basically gave him away. And you know what? We will take him. We're going to get into that in a minute. Be sure, subscribe to the channel. We're here talking Vikings multiple times a day. Also, hit up Lift Bridge, get to your local watering hole, liquor store, get a cold Lift Bridge, whap that thing back while you're thinking of Ross Blacklock just getting after the quarterback. So who is Ross Blacklock? A lot of you people, anyone who follows the draft probably remember this name. 2020 coming out. He was actually sprinkled in. Some might think he actually might even go in the 1st round. He's one of those guys that you'd see him in mock drafts in round 1. You'd see him in round 3. You'd see him in round 5. He was all over the place. And Houston, at the 40th pick, said, look, we got to have this guy. He's going to be a cornerstone of our defense. We got to have him. They take him at 40th. And, he just really hasn't seen the field a ton. Looking back and remembering Ross Blacklock, he was by no means a finished product. He had a ways to go. He was a little rough around the edges. He's an athletic big man that, with the right coach, I think could absolutely thrive. He's still only 24. I think he just turned 24 years old. But at his time as Houston, played in 29 games, started only 2 sacks last year, started to see field a little bit more. Looking at his PFF rating, whether you love PFF or not, his rookie year, he was a 34. Last year, he was a 50. Not great. Not great at all, but he comes in, and I think he does actually push for some serious playing time right off the bat because, yes, the Vikings just released Armon Watts, which was a pants filler. I filled my pants because no way in hell I saw this coming, and reading some of the tweets, his agent and everybody in the Armon Watts camp was just as surprised. So that was just kind of a whammy where this Ross Blacklock talk must have came up in a jiffy because nobody saw Armon Watts getting cut, but he gets cut. Everybody, right when he gets cut, thinking, okay, we're making a big move. And Ndamukong Suh, they're making a huge move on defensive line. And it's Ross Blacklock. So at least they had to move up their sleeve. Clearly, they see him as a better fit for this Vikings defensive line, pairing him up with Harrison Phillips, Dalvin Tomlinson. We still got some moves to make on the defensive line, so we don't know how the whole D-line is going to shake out. But I really think that Ross Blacklock is going to be a big part of this defensive line. You don't just move on from Armon Watts for the hell of it. So Ross Blacklock, unless they have another move up their sleeve, let's get used to Mr. Blacklock being out on the field quite a bit. And let's hope this defense, let's hope Ed Donatel can take the potential that the Texans saw in him to take him at pick 40, not just the Texans. A lot of teams had him on the radar come draft day. Let's hope they can take that potential, his athleticism, get after that quarterback, and make this one of the best trades that we will ever see in Minnesota Viking history. So we'll see. I don't think the Vikings are done by any means on this defensive side of the ball on the defensive line, whether it's picking up somebody from another team that's getting cut or even signing another player. So we will see. Let me know, Ross Blacklock, how you feeling? I bet there's a lot of people, myself included. I mean, Armon Watts kind of stings a little bit. I really like the guy. I really wanted to see what he was going to do with these other 2 big guys next to him, but it's Ross Blacklock season. And hold on. Yep. He's going to have 4.5 sacks this year, and it's going to be awesome. All right, let me know in the comments. What do you think? Make sure to subscribe and grab yourself a Lift Bridge.